Welcome to Adulting Without Supervision, where today we're going to unbox and put together a Ryobi battery-powered weed eater. Before we get too far, guys, don't forget, subscribe so that way you can see more of our videos. Surprisingly, the box is pretty small. For some reason, I pictured it being much taller. And yes, those are socks with sandals. Don't judge me. I can't help it, they're just comfortable. Now watch as I struggle to get this out because they have this packed in here pretty tight. Alright, so here's everything I dropped. The battery charger that comes with this thing is so slow, it's ridiculous. Just make sure that you're prepared if it takes more than one charge to do your whole yard. It's going to take like 6 hours for it to finish charging, maybe a little more. They do make a fast charger that does it in like 30 or so minutes, but it's going to cost you around $100, 80, something like that. So this top half is your electric motor that you're going to be using no matter what attachment that you're putting on. It's maybe only a little bit heavier than a normal battery power drill. And I can't tell you exactly why, but I really kind of like this trigger for some reason. It just works well. I am curious to see how long this little slot will last when it comes to switching the heads off and on. Looks like it's time for the bag of accessories and extras. The first thing we're going to look at that came out of the bag is the secondary head. The reason that this is even included is they offer these plastic, barely flexible blades that you can attach to it and pop it on and use it as an alternative to the weed eating line. This is just some extra line for the normal head. And then this is extra that you can use on the secondary head. Then we have the simple tool, the head winder. It's just to make winding up the wire easier. Last but not least, the protective guard. Alrighty, so what else do we have in the box? So here we have the main head. Just going to spin it to make sure it wasn't damaged in the box. And here's where I find out, if anybody's wondering, yes, they do grease it pretty well. If you're wondering how you're supposed to switch the heads, this is all you have to do. It's honestly pretty easy. And in this box, we have the handle and the battery. So here we have the battery. It is a 4 amp hour 40 volt, which has an LCD screen on the side. When you push the button, it shows you how much charge it has left. I just wanted to do a quick comparison of the 4 amp hour versus the 6 amp hour 40 volt. And yes, it can take the 6 amp hour. Just in case you're wondering where the handle goes, it goes here. That is, if it's comfortable for you, I guess. So after unscrewing the bolt that's on the handle, you're just going to put the handle on your bar and use the curved bar that was on the handle, clip it back in, screw the bolt back into the handle. So as long as the bar on the inside of the end of the weed whacker lines up with the slot on the inside of the head, should go in pretty easily. Just got to get that little metal ball to pop in place. After After that, all we have to do is tighten this down to where it will lock it in place. Now we're going to fasten the protective guard on pretty much the same way that we did the handle, but this time the bolt actually has a head that you can put a socket on to tighten it down. Finally, we're going to take the tape off of the blade that is used to cut the wire when it's too long, and we're going to take the tape off of the wire as well. Before I forget, if you're wondering how the line and the blade would go onto that second head, here's how it works. Well guys, that's it for this week. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see y'all later.